Hello and welcome to Fun
Family
Friday! Hey everybody! Where is everybody, Mr. Ian?
Well, I think Ruth's taken Cam to have his haircut at last.
Oh, okay, awesome.
At last, they're open. Yes. Much better. Oh, that feels much better.
Oh, Kevin, looks so much better.
I know, it does. Well, everyone's getting their hair cut, aren't they, at the minute? Now hairdressers are back open.
Yeah.
You know, we can all go and get our hair cut. But it's not the biggest haircut story in history, you know.
You know, it reminds me of today's story.
You're right, well, but before then, I want to introduce everyone to a new friend of mine, Dougie.
All right, guys and gals, it's Dougie Masterson here, but you can call me Doug, and welcome to Xtreme Xcavators. I'm a pro amateur antique architect expert excavator. Basically, I dig up old stuff. Me, my cameraman Steve, say hello Steve, and my trusty toolkit are always uncovering some mystery. Artifacts, metals, rocks, fossils, you name it, we dig it. Let's go, Steve. On this week's episode of Xtreme Excavators, we're on some land that I've been told by an amateur architect, expert excavator friend of mine used to be a city thousands of years ago. Now obviously this place hasn't been a city for quite some time, but there's bound to be some history kicking around here somewhere. Steve, pass me my steel iron DRX 3000. It's only the world's best metal detector to you young'uns at home. Let's go. Steve, I'm getting a reading, it's coming in hot. It's just my car keys, Steve. Well, like I said, it's not been a city for quite some time. Let's keep going. Steve, I'm getting a reading, it's coming in hot. Oh, it's off the scale, Steve, the indicator. Oh my goodness, right. Okay, so, it's obviously been stuck here for quite some time, Steve. I'm gonna need the bigger tool set. Right, come on, quick. Here we go, Steve. Whoa, now this is a real treasure, a real find. What a beauty! Look at that. They appear to be some kind of ancient historical cutting device. Let's get them back to the investigation table, Steve. Although I have been told you're not supposed to run with ancient historical cutting devices. So just in case my mum's watching, sorry mum, walking. Guys, we are back at base and we're just cleaning up this absolute beauty of a treasure. Honestly, nothing like I've ever found before. And we've got to be very careful when we're cleaning these up because we don't want to lose any loose little bits of details on this. But I knew that this ancient historical site was going to pull up something good. You can guarantee it has. Now, look here. We have some etchings on here saying property of the Philistines. Now, I know these must be old because I know the Philistines were from Bible times. That really is incredible. I'm going to have to get these fast-tracked to the studio. So do join us next time, folks, for another episode of Xtreme Excavators. And like I always say, if you don't dig history, who will?
Hey, Chico!
Hey, Mr. Ian!
We've just had a delivery.
Oh, what is it, Mr. Ian?
Oh, I think it's from Mr. Dougie.
Oh, awesome!
Wow,
Open it up!
Wow.
What we got?
It looks like some ancient historical cutting device.
Oh, awesome, Mr. Ian!
Wow.
Whoa, look at those! Hey, look, it's got some writing on it.
It says, property of the Philistines.
Whoa, they must be old, Mr.
It must be
Ian.
really old, mustn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder if they've got something to do with today's story.
Oh, they may have. Okay, so let's have today's story. Over today's story, everybody.
Have you ever not been strong enough for something?
Maybe you weren't strong enough to hold on to the monkey bars.
Or maybe you weren't strong enough to hold Ruth's handbag. Well, today we are going to look at a really strong guy named Samson, and we are going to see where his strength came from.
God promised to make Samson a warrior.
Before Samson was born, an angel visited his parents and told them that their son would be a great warrior and that he was going to protect and save the Israelites from the evil Philistines.
All Samson had to do was follow a few simple rules.
The most important rule was that he wasn't allowed to cut his hair.
If his hair was ever cut, he would lose all of his strength.
Every time Samson needed strength, the Spirit of God helped him.
Throughout Samson's life, he did lots of incredible things that required lots of strength. One time, he had to fight off a lion with nothing but his bare hands. And another time, he defeated 1,000 Philistines with nothing but the jawbone of a donkey.
And the reason he could do all these amazing things was because God gave him strength through his Spirit.
When Samson broke his promise to God, he finally lost his strength.
One day, Samson fell in love with a woman named Delilah. That was a bad choice. The Philistines paid Delilah to find out what the secret was to Samson's strength. Eventually, he told her his secret, that if he cut his hair, he would be breaking his promise to God and lose all of his strength.
So she told the Philistines, and they cut off his hair whilst he was asleep. And then they captured him. They hurt Samson and made fun of him.
God made Samson strong for one last warrior move.
The Philistines were having a big party, and they tied Samson up to a big pillar so that they could make fun of him and his God. So Samson prayed to God so that he would give him the strength one last time. And God listened. God listened to him and he gave him his strength. Samson broke down the pillars and brought the roof crashing down on them all, killing himself and 3,000 Philistines.
So, what can we learn from Samson today?
When we need strength, we can get it from God. Samson was only strong because God was with him, and we can have that same strength.
The choices we make are really important, as they not only affect the relationships we have with our family and our friends, but also our relationship with God.
God is our friend, and he hears our prayers and is always with us. Now, we probably won't get strength like Samson's and knock over buildings and stuff like that.
But you can be strong in other ways, like you can be strong enough to tell the truth.
Or strong enough to tell your friends no when they are telling you to do something that you shouldn't. So next time, when you are too weak to hang from the monkey bars or lift up my handbag, remember this.
Our strength comes from God, and we are always stronger with Him by our sides.
Whoa, well, that was an awesome story, Mr.
It was
Ian.
great, wasn't it? Hearing all
Yeah.
about Samson.
Yeah, it was, and he was really strong.
He was really strong, wasn't he, Chico?
Yeah, and because he was really strong, I thought we should have a tug-of-war contest.
Oh, all right.
Yeah? Okay, so Mr. Ian, it's you versus Mr. Liam.
Okay.
Okay,
Pull.
and pull.
It's quite.
Oh, it's tough.
Oh, it's quite hard, Chico.
Yeah, you're struggling, Mr. Ian.
I'll try a bit harder.
Oh, Mr. Liam, you're really strong.
I am, aren't I, Chico?
Yeah, look at that. You're hardly pulling.
It's quite easy, Chico, I think.
I can do it better. I can pull more. Oh.
No, Mr. Ian, you're not very strong.
Am I winning yet?
No, Mr. Ian, you're not winning. Look at Mr. Liam. Mr. Liam's holding it with one finger.
Is he?
Yeah, Mr. Liam is really strong.
I could do this all
Where
day.
does he get his strength from?
Well, Mr. Samson, he got his strength from his hair, didn't he, Mr. Liam?
He did, Chico.
Yeah.
God made Samson strong, and God gives us the strength to do what He asks us to do as well.
Yeah, that's awesome, Mr. Liam. So, Mr. Ian, if strength's got anything to do with hair, then, it's not a surprise you're losing. You've not got much hair.
Oh, it's a bit harsh.
It's okay, Mr. Ian, that you've not got much hair, because I don't think he got his strength from his hair, Mr. Samson. I think it was because he made a promise not to cut his hair. Is that right, Mr. Liam?
That's right, Chico. It was because he made a promise to God. And you know, God makes us strong when we keep our promises to Him and we obey Him.
Oh, awesome, Mr. Liam.
Hey, Chico.
Hey, Mrs. Ruth.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, we're just having a tug-of-war contest with Mr. Ian and Mr. Liam.
That's right.
I won.
I lost.
Yeah, Mr. Ian's not very good.
Oh dear. So, shall I tell you what's happening next, Chico?
Yeah, what's next, Mrs.
So now
Ruth?
it is time for craft with Mrs. Margaret.
Oh, awesome, everybody. It's craft time with Mrs. Margaret.
Today, in our craft time, we are going to make a wig for Samson. And we know that Samson had long hair. So we are going to start with a piece of cardboard, and I've used 2 bits of cereal packet. And then you need to just measure round your head and have a bit of an overlap so it will fit. Then you need something to make the hair. You need some paper. And I've got a piece of black paper here, or you could just use a piece of wrapping paper. It doesn't really matter, as long as it's big enough. And again, you need to measure round your head. But it needs to be smaller than the cardboard strip. So this is what we need to do. We need to get our piece of paper and staple it or stick it to the cardboard. Gluing is probably better because you don't want staples in your head. So I'm going to use some glue. Next, we need to cut some hair. We're going to do lots and lots of strips. So there is our headband with the strips on. Now, we could just leave it like that and fasten it together, but I think we could use it in a better way. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take every other strip, every alternate strip, and roll that one up like this. And then we need some paper clips. And I'm just going to paper clip the strip to the headband, like that. And I'm going to do that with alternate strips of the paper. And then lastly, when we've done that, we need to fasten the band together. It is probably better to staple it this time because it makes it stronger. So I'm going to put my staples in there. And now we have our wig finished. But we're going to be able to use it to tell the story. So I really need a model to try this on. Cam, let's hope this fits your head, Cam. Would you like to come and put the wig on and you can be Samson for a minute? Fantastic. So during the story, Samson has his hair cut. So we're going to remove the strips. Now, we're not going to do them with scissors because if we do this, I think Cam or Samson will get a different haircut from what he imagined. So we're just going to tear off the strips of paper. So, like this, we're going to tear them all off. So let me just take it off and finish it off for him. There you go, Cam. And now Samson has had his hair cut. He's lost his strength. But later in the story, would you like to give me it back a moment? Later on, we remember his hair grew again. So this is where we're going to remove the paper clips, and then we're going to unroll all those bits that we clipped onto the top. And then Samson's hair has grown back again. There we go. And it's even better than it was before because now it's a bit curly. So that's today's craft. I hope you have fun making it.
Whoa, well, that was an awesome craft, wasn't it, Mrs. Rove?
It was, Chico. It was so much fun.
Yeah, and I like Samson, even though he is like super strong.
Yeah.
And he loved and obeyed God.
Yeah.
Samson could still make his own choices.
He can.
Even though some of those wasn't very good choices.
No, like Delilah as his friend. That wasn't a good idea, was it? She wasn't very nice to him.
No, she wasn't. She tricked Samson.
She did.
Didn't she? Yeah.
And that wasn't very nice, which teaches us that we need to pick our good friends.
Yeah, we need to be careful and pick good friends, like me and you.
Yeah, we're good friends, Chico.
Yeah, we are, yeah. Awesome. Okay, Mrs. Rove, so what's next?
So, Chico, from the story, shall we do a song with some actions, singing about how big and great our God is?
Yeah, okay, let's do a song talking about how big and strong our God is. Yeah. Awesome, well, you best go, Mrs. Rove, to do the actions.
I will, bye.
And we'll join in here. Okay, everybody,
bye,
join in with the actions. Jump to your feet.
My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. In the beginning, God made everything. God simply spoke and the world came to be. He sent a flood and made everything new. He parted the sea and let his people walk through. He helped a boy bring a giant right down. Joshua marched, the walls fell to the ground. These acts of power are worthy of praise. But if you want to question my God and his way, I'll look you in the eye and say, my God is so big and so blind men see. He let the lame walk and he set the world free. He died on a cross and he rose from the grave. He conquered sin, he is mighty to save. He went to heaven and he's coming back. God's word is true, but if it's attacked, I'll look you in the eye and say, my God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. God the Spirit, God the Father, God the Son. 1 + 1 + 1 equals 1. God the Spirit, God the Father, God the Son. 1 + 1 + 1 equals 1. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. I'm not afraid because God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big and so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do.
Whoa, I love that song, Mr. Ian.
It was really good, wasn't it? I hope everybody joined in at home singing along, because the chorus was really catching on to
It really was, wasn't it, Chico?
Yeah, it was great, Mr. Liam, about God being so strong and how he can do anything.
That's right. And you know, Chico, God made Samson a judge so that he could rescue the Israelites from their enemies and to save them. But you know what? The Israelites' biggest enemy was not the Philistines.
No.
It was their sin and their failure to obey.
Whoa, all the bad things that they've done.
That's right, Chico.
That's right, and we need someone like Samson today, because we keep on doing wrong things, we make bad choices and we get in a mess, and we need someone to help us. Someone who was perfect. And do you know who that was?
I know.
Go on.
I think I know. Was it Jesus, Mr. Liam?
It was, Chico.
That's
Yeah,
right.
awesome.
Because Jesus was perfect, and he is able to help us and to forgive us our sins and to be our strength for us.
Whoa, that's awesome, Mr. Liam, isn't it?
That's right, Chico. So one of the things we can learn today is that our strength comes from God.
That's right. And even when we make wrong choices, the most important choice that we can make is to follow and put our trust in Jesus.
That's right.
That's awesome, everybody.
Shall we pray?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Dear God, we thank you for our story. We thank you that our strength comes from you. And I pray that you would help us to follow Jesus. And everybody said,
Amen. Awesome. Hey, Mrs. Rose.
Hey, Chico. So I've really enjoyed today.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
great.
When's the next episode, Mrs.
So
Rose?
the next episode of Fun Family Friday is on Friday, the 28th of May.
Oh, awesome. I can't wait,
I can't
everybody.
wait.
That's really good. And so, join us next time for our next Fun
Family
Friday.
Bye,
Awesome.
everybody.
See you later, everybody.